Alright, what's up, worldwide family? Welcome back to the channel. Jimmy Flippin' Deals. Thank you so much for joining me. Oh, I have about 7 minutes to do a 15-minute drive, so let's see how that works. Yes. No, but thank you so much for joining. There has been a few developments that I want to talk about. Very little as far as business goes. Things are slowing down at the moment. Unusually slow post-COVID. Now, pre-COVID, we're not doing too bad, right? And I think all retail establishments, whether it be brick and mortar or online, to some extent, are having difficulties right now meeting their year-over-year numbers. And for those that aren't, hallelujah, thank goodness. I know it has only come, and I say only, that's not correct. One major attributing factor to that, I believe, is a strong inventory, whether it be a new influx after Christmas, which so far I've been unable to do to any great scale, or priced competitively, which I choose not. I choose not to. No, I do not want to give my stuff away either, and that's why the topic of today's video is something about strategies that I use to not sell myself short. Things that you might take as a suggestion in your reselling business, and even if you're not in reselling, I think these things apply, although you may have to tend them a different way to apply them to your subject. I think that not selling yourself short is something that is important on a social aspect, from a business standpoint, you name it. We have a tendency as human beings, and whether some of it go from ego or some of it go from desperation or whatnot, in order to do that, and by not succumbing, I think, to that thought process of selling myself short or selling yourself short, I think in the long run, I know it's held true so far in my business and in my life, that by not selling myself short, I actually get more value from the product that I'm selling, whether it be me, because we are product. Whenever we're in social situations or business standpoints, in social, it's so multifaceted. All right. Anyway, 3 points that I wanted to share with you. I will in just a second. I want to say that a few packages are going out. The store is growing. Is growing. Not by much yesterday. Now that being said, I was able to add to the structural organization that I've recently learned how to do within my website. For those that are new, I do sell on eBay, I do sell on Amazon, I sell on quite a few marketplaces. Platforms is the word that I'm looking for. And and I am a part-time reseller that holds down a day job while building an empire. No, but 3 strategies I use. Without further ado, it's got me 8 minutes to do a 15-minute drive. All right, but anyway, first one, not selling yourself short. I think for resellers like me and you, if you are a reseller, that knowing your merchandise is key, right? I really do. I don't want to drop my soda, Dr. Pepper. They don't pay me, but they ought to send me some. No, in all honesty though, doing the research can be valuable if, one, the price point's right, 2, you have knowledge of products. I mean, that is definitely a advantage. When I first got into reselling, I used to hear about niche down, but I am and continue to be a anything salesman, an anything store. I don't believe Walmart niche down. I don't believe Target niche down. I believe the key to their success is their diversity. However, that makes it difficult to learn the ins and outs of everything, and you spend a lot of time researching. So for me, in all honesty, there is a balance between spending the time to know what a product is worth and moving on to the next one so I can get more things listed and more things out there. If I can list twice as many things, I don't have to have a profit margin per each item that is as much, because I'm not having to compensate myself for the research time. However, when you do know about things, fast forward a year and a half into business, and I find myself more and more looking at the price and going, that'll sell, and that'll sell for money. And the more we know the value of the items we sell, one, the more profit that we can extract from it, and two, the less time that it takes. So knowing your product and knowing the value of it is definitely a key to success. Some of that comes from people when they get in, they already know about things. I got a guy at work that knows the ins and outs of hunting equipment. He's a reseller too, but he literally goes from one pawn shop. He'll buy hunting equipment from one pawn shop and then take it down to the street to another pawn shop and get money from it. Like literally, he picks his product up and goes down the street to another store, and he owns the product for about 15 minutes. Now, sure, there's risk in that, but it works for him because he knows how much that the product is worth. You stay in your lane, not you, them. And not only knowing what your product is worth, but knowing what your audience is willing to pay for it, right? And that's huge. In all honesty, I have things on certain marketplaces for the reason that they will sell there when they won't sell anywhere. Accidentally, I've done this by accident and learned about it. Some people make a full business model of this. I particularly don't. But I have accidentally sold a smoke alarm that I could not find. I did end up finding it, but I did not have, right, for all purposes. I did all purposes. I'm running out of time. Did not have. I sold it on Amazon for 40, and I was able to source the same smoke alarm on eBay for 20. And so I left the listing up for a while, and I would sell them on Amazon for 40 when I was buying them for right around 20 on eBay and having them shipped directly to the customer. And that worked very well, highly against the rules from my understanding, but nevertheless, knowing the value and knowing the value that your audience places in it is huge. I'm running out of time, so I need to get these other two out. Building a brand, and that takes a long time, I do believe. But like personally, on my listings and on my website, I put watermarks on the bottom of my listings so people don't have to enter my listing to know it's mine. So eventually, ultimately, that does allow things like that, and there's many other ways of doing that. But that does allow people that have done business with me before to quite possibly go, oh, I know this guy, and I'll even pay a little bit more from him because I get a solid product out of him with a quick shipping time. So I think that's huge. I do. And the last one, as I'm taking the exit ramp to work, guys, is networking, right? And I know people, like me, like I don't have a lot of friends. Matter of fact, I have even less reseller friends. I know a couple people that resell, but here's the deal, guys. We are a think tank, and YouTube is a perfect place if you don't know people to know people in order to learn and pick up things, right? I have found YouTube to be of value. I have found what limited conversations I have had in the real world with other resellers to be valuable. And I don't mean rewarding, I mean value. Like, I'm learning stuff that helps me do my business better. So I would recommend, as the third strategy to not selling yourself short, right, is to network with like-minded people. You know, I've been told things like, if you know, you are the company you keep, right? So if you want to be a millionaire, you hang out with 4 other millionaires, you know, and then soon enough, boom. Same thing with networking and reselling. Same thing with life in general, guys. The networking's huge. I gotta go. I'm running late. I will talk to you all later. Please consider subscribing. Bye.